Welcome back to Llama Yard Tube. I'm Kayla.
Big Daddy.
We are headed to Shreveport this morning for my infusion. We left the house at 5:30 this morning in the pitch black dark. It's now 7:20 and we still have about 30 more miles to go. So still a little ways to go before we get there. And hopefully today's infusion is not going to take as long as last night. Last time we were at the hospital in the infusion center for 7.5 hours. That was a long, hard day. So we're hoping that it'll just be the normal 5 hours today for the infusion.
Yes.
Well, it's supposed to run for 5 hours, 300 minutes. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we are just, traveling, trying to get there. My appointment is at 8 o'clock, and it's 7:20 now, so, yeah. Anyway, guys, I thought we would just bring you all along today and let you have a peek into our day and see what all happens.
Hey friends, so maybe just before this you saw a clip of me and Big Daddy in the car riding to Shreveport for my infusion day. So this video is going to be different clips of me talking here, clips of us going to Shreveport and what we did there, whatever. And so it's just going to go back and forth, and I don't know what order they're going to go in. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. If you want to grab you a drink or a snack or a project to work on while I chit chat and you crochet, that'd be awesome. So let me just say, this video is about a lot of things. It is a health update. It is about my chronic illness and pain. And it's about what I do to cope with my chronic illness. Some people don't like health videos, and that is perfectly okay. You can just skip this video. This video's not for you. Actually, anytime I do health update videos or explaining things about my health, I'm not really making those videos for you, but I'm glad you watch. But I'm really honestly making them for my sons, Dakota and Elijah. I have 2 sons. Dakota is 31. He'll be 32 in February. And Elijah is 23 and will be 24 in like 11 days. So when I make videos like this, I'm really making these videos for my sons to watch in the future, because I want them to be able to go back and watch my videos and know that even though I struggled, even though I had good days and really bad days, that I was fighting the whole time. Even on days that I was so sick, I couldn't get out of bed. I want my boys to know I was still fighting. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cry. I should have known I'd get emotional talking about them. But I do want them to know that I was still fighting. I was fighting to take the next breath. I was fighting just to roll over in the bed. Some days it's that bad. So anyway, if you don't want to watch this video, that's okay. But I hope in the future, one day, my boys will watch and know that even though I was struggling, I was fighting and trying my best. So anyway, today we went to Shreveport for my infusion, and like I said, there's going to be clips here and there popped in and such. So we left here at 5:30 a.m. pitch black dark. And we got to Shreveport. We actually got to the hospital a little after 8. Now I was supposed to be there at like 7:45, but my appointment really started at 8.
So here we are. We just got out of standstill traffic, and so we're going down to find our exit. There's a huge gold building there. I'm not sure if that's Bossier or Shreveport. I don't know.
Onto the interstate.
It must be Bossier because we hadn't crossed the river yet. So it's called the Horseshoe Casino. And so it's just a pretty building, gold, eye-catchy. So I was just filming a little bit of that and the beautiful sky. It was a beautiful day, but it was so chilly. And that is the hospital. It is LSU Ochsner's Hospital. And we are about to pull up. I stopped at the red light, but that's the hospital that I'm going to over there. And so here we are turning. Big Daddy's going to turn in. I'm going to get out of the car, and then I'll go on into the infusion center because we're running late. And he will go across the road to the huge parking lot where you have to pay to park, and park over there, and then come to my infusion area.
They understand that I'm coming from Monroe to Shreveport, and it's good ways, and they know that we leave early trying to get there, and sometimes we do have to stop on the way, and that's why we allow ourselves 2.5 hours to get there. Hey, sissy, no, don't do that. Come on, good girl. Sorry, she was scratching on a chair. We do allow ourselves 2.5 hours to get there because we do have to stop. I have to get out of the car and stand up at times because I get to hurting too bad. We have to stop and go to the restroom at least once, maybe sometimes twice. We have certain places where we know there are clean restrooms on the way, and we'll stop there, to use it. And to get out of the car and just stretch our legs and stand up. And because if I sit too long, I hurt. If I lay down too long, I hurt. If I stand too long, I hurt. So I have to change positions. But anyway, we did get there just a little after 8, and they got the ball rolling. Sorry, the cats are over here doing weird things. They got the ball rolling and got me on my... They drew the blood. I have a port right here in my chest. Right here. And so she plugged me up in that and drew the blood and sent that off. And when those labs came back, then the doctor looked at them and came and talked to me. And we talked about the medication. I'm taking Rituxan IV infusions. This is a very powerful drug. It is for leukemia. And you know how they'll use different drugs for different things, but this drug is for leukemia. Lots of people with cancer will take this drug. I am very fortunate to be able to take this drug because it's very expensive and my insurance would not cover it. So the drug company is covering this for me. And at my last infusion, they told me that this drug is, for the 1,000 milligrams that I'm taking, is like $42,000. That is crazy. But the insurance company is covering that. Not the insurance company. They ain't doing nothing. Blue Cross Blue Shield, they don't do anything. The drug company themselves is covering it. So I'm blessed, very blessed. Okay, when I took this infusion last 2 weeks ago, it kicked my rear, okay? It really did. I ended up in bed, miserable pain, muscle cramps, achy all over, felt like I had the flu, and just the muscle cramps were horrible. Like, I didn't expect that. Some itching, but I do have medication for itching. But anyway, it didn't treat me so kind. And so I talked to her about that today, and the nurses were there and the doctor was in there, and they were all saying, yes, that's what, people say. It's a very powerful drug. It's killing cells inside your body. And so, yeah, your body's fighting. It kills cells, but it also kills bad cells, but it also kills good cells in the meantime too. And so it lowers your immune system really low, and just a lot's going on in your body. So, yeah, I'll just have to roll with the punches, I'll have good days and I'll have bad days. And on those good days, I will do everything in my power to do the things I want to do. And on my bad days, I will just know that I'll have a good day coming. So anyway, I did get my second infusion today of this. Now, I'm not new to infusions. I got infusions for many, many years of Benlysta. But the Benlysta caused me to start having strokes. And I had 5 strokes. TIAs, little mini strokes. And I don't think this was listed as a side effect for Benlysta, because, you just never know how a drug is going to interact with a person, or how a person's going to react to a drug. We're not all the same. And I was on it for years before I had any issues. And then I started having these little mini strokes. And so the rheumatologist there in Shreveport, she's such a sweet little lady. She said she didn't know, but it could be from Benlysta. Like, it just might be causing that to happen. I've been on it for so long. So I did get off of it and never had another one. So I fully believe that those little mini strokes was caused by that medication. And that was a powerful medication too. But anyway, so the drug that I'm on, Rituxan, I took 2 doses. My next dose is not for 6 months. And then I'll take 2 doses, just like I did this 2 weeks apart. And then I'll wait 6 months and take 2 more doses. That's the way it's going to work. I thought I was going to be taking it monthly, but she said, no, it's too powerful. This drug stays in your body for 6 months, sometimes even longer. But it will keep working in my body for 6 months. That's a long time for a medication to stay in your body and work, isn't it? That part kind of just throws me for a loop. Like, really? How does it do that? How does it stay in your body and work for 6 months, killing bad cells along with some good cells? I don't know. But anyway, she has high hopes that I'm going to see a miracle with this drug. I did tell her how I felt, how the aches and the muscle cramps and she said that, yeah, that's normal, and thinking about it and just praying about it. I don't make choices without praying about something, and, feeling like when I make a choice to do something, I want to feel like that it is what I should do. And so I mull over it for a while, pray about it and mull over it until I make my decision. But anyway, even if the medication still caused me to be sick and just have muscle cramps and flu-like, I even had days where I was just throwing up. I was so nauseated throwing up after that infusion. But if it's not every month and it's 6 months in between all that, I can handle that. if there's a chance that this drug is going to help
Okay, here
me,
we are in the little room that they
and
put us
when you
in. It's
put
just
me on a
a
mission or
small room,
something
but it's
there,
not too small. It's just the right
I'll do
size.
that.
They have my
So I made
IV
online,
going
yes,
there in
I'm
my
gonna do this
port
every
and my
6 months.
chest. And I have a comfy chair. And we have a TV on the wall. We always put on Law and Order. Big Daddy has a not so comfy chair, but he's okay. He just kind of lays his head back. That man can sleep anywhere. We turn off the lights and just chill. And here's Patina, and she will be in my next video telling all about her because some people have asked, but she is my emotional support dog, my therapy dog.
So anyway, we were there today for about 6 hours. Then I had to go across the road diagonally to another building of the hospital and do my pre-admit for my surgery that's going to be on December the 19th. I'm having a pain pump put in my abdomen on my side, and a tube will run around to my spine, and the pump will have morphine in it, and so it will be pumping tiny bits continuously of morphine to my spine. It'll be placed in a certain place so that it helps me with all my chronic pain, hopefully. Now, from what I've read and research I've done, no one gets absolutely zero pain-free, but it makes life better. And that's all I can hope for. So anyway, we went and did that today and got, had to get an EKG and blood work. But I feel like this is really early to get blood work and an EKG when my surgery is not till December the 19th. I mean, I could get a bad infection. I have a feeding tube in my stomach. I could get infected around there. I could get a bad infection between now and December the 19th. But, and it wouldn't be on this blood work. It would be on future blood work. But anyway, I guess that they just have, you know, so many patients that just got to get them in when they can. I don't know. But, then after all that, we finished up everything. We were starving because we hadn't ate all day. We had stopped at Sonic on the way at 6 a.m. We pulled off the interstate to a Sonic and got drinks. And I had a sweet tea and I sipped on it all day long. It's a big styrofoam cup. You know, I got a large. And when I sip on it all the way there. And then I could just stand that cup up in my purse, grab my purse and go. And so I had that to sip on during the day. We had not ate anything, and Big Daddy was really hungry. So we went to a new place we discovered called Shane's. It's, I think it's like a barbecue and seafood, fish and stuff. And sometimes I can eat fish because fish just flakes off and breaks up, and I can sometimes get, you know, tiny small amounts of that down my esophagus. So, and sometimes I can't, you know, sometimes I can get water down some days, and some days I could eat a piece of fish, or at least some fish. Anyway, so we went
Here
there.
we are on the interstate, ready to go home.
And then we went to big lots.
Backed up.
Right
The traffic is backed up so bad. Right now, I think it's at maybe 2 lanes, maybe even 3. You can see there's people coming in. I think it's shut down to 2 lanes at some points. It's shut down to 1 lane. And then people are coming in off the side trying to get in line, and it is a mess.
All the way home.
So here, I'm just showing you a few buildings. Over there in Shreveport, there's a mural on a wall that I'm actually trying to get, but I couldn't tell in the video if you could actually see the painting or not. There it is. Now you can see it. And you can't see it that great, but there's a mural on a building there that I was trying to record a little bit of. Now we're crossing the river. So we were in Shreveport, and now on the other side of this river we'll be in Bossier. And I think we ended up back down to 1-lane traffic again. Oh, it was so sad. But we got through it, managed to, you know, get through and make it home. There's the big gold horseshoe building again as we're passing back past it to, you know, get to head home.
Now I'm kind of hyped up on that steroid because they gave me a big dose of steroids through the IV also. So, yeah. Big Daddy's going to bed. He's not quite asleep yet. I was just talking to him, but he's in there in the bed. And I know I haven't made a video in like a week, maybe a whole week. And so I just wanted to come on and tell you guys that I'm okay. I had some bad days. And I had a couple good days. And on those good days, I did everything I could to live that day to the fullest. Sunday was a pretty good day for me. Well, I had got up that morning and done a few things and piddled around. And then I thought, okay, well, if I'm going to do what I'm going to do today, I better go take a nap. So I went and took a good nap. And then when I got up, I was able to do the things that I wanted to do that day, which was take Zeke and his little girlfriend to the movies. And so her mom brought her up there, met us at the mall, and dropped her off with us. And we went and saw the movie Hunger Games. And then we went to Target. Yeah, afterwards. So I wanted to do that with Zeke on Sunday. And so you know, I had an okay day where I could just push forward and do that. And then my youngest son, Elijah, who's about to turn 24, he is moving out of the state. He's moving out of Louisiana. Y'all, I've cried my eyes out. He lives across the river, and I don't see him every day, but I talk to him. At least 4 days a week, I talk to him, text with him or call him or, you know, send funny memes to each other or whatever, you know, we talk to each other all the time. He meets us to go, you know, somewhere, you know, go out to eat or go to Walmart's with us and things like that a lot too. And then some days he just comes and hangs out, sometimes when he's on his day off. And I'm going to miss that. And I know it's perfectly normal for people's kids to grow up and move off or go off to college in another state or something. But my kids went to college here and then got jobs here and lived here and worked here. And it's hard for me. And I think some of that is my health issues play into that because I could get really sick really fast at any time, and I would want my kids here with me to see them and, you know, tell them some things or something. I'm not trying to be morbid, but that's just life. That's part of my life. You know, I have to think about things like that. And sometimes when my kids are over, you know, and I'll say something like, for instance, my doll collection, I'll say, you know, when I die, don't just go drop all that off at Goodwill. Do your research on that and find out what that doll is. Because that's your inheritance right there. And so I need to make a list of that, but I don't like doing tedious work, so I'll never do it. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so I spent some time with Elijah when I could this past week. When I wasn't on here, I tried to spend as much time as I could with Elijah, and his birthday. Come here. His birthday's coming up, and so I'm not going to see him on his birthday because it's just in, like I said, 11 days. And so he's not going to turn around and come right back home, and we're not going to be able to go up there at that time. So, this is Phoebe, in case you don't know. She's my little Chihuahua, and I think she will be 4 at the end of January. Somebody has a dog the same age as her. I think Mary does, and Tracy also, and they'll let me know if I get that wrong, because I can't ever remember how old she is. I barely remember my age or my kids' ages, okay? But, what was I saying? Oh, so I wanted to go ahead and get him something for his birthday, so took him and let him get some clothes for his birthday. He got a pair of pants and some shirts, a couple of shirts to go with it. So, yeah, I've just been trying to survive for one thing and spend time with Elijah because he's leaving tomorrow. I won't see him tomorrow. Like, I saw him Tuesday, and I knew that would be my last day to see him until I see him again. Well, not my last day forever, but my last day for a while. Like, I probably won't see him again until Christmas. But, so I just spent as much time as I could with him, and then, because I knew I could see him Tuesday, up to Tuesday night. He left here probably about 11 p.m. Tuesday night. And then Wednesday, I knew I had, infusion in Shreveport. I wasn't going to see him. And Thursday, he's leaving. And you're probably watching this on Thursday. November the 30th, he's leaving. They spent today and got, I talked to him a little bit ago, and they got a U-Haul trailer. Got it hooked up to the lights on his truck and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. And so the reason why he's moving to Arkansas, he went up there to visit a few weeks back, a month or so ago. I don't know how long it's been, and it was really pretty. So he decided he wanted to move up there. And he can work remotely through his job, and so that's what he's going to do. He's still going to look for another job up there, but he's going to continue to work the job he has now remotely up there. So anyway, so that's what I've been doing. Been sick, been spending time with Elijah, spent some time with Zeke. Zeke is like my little kid. My kids call him my rent-a-kid. I think a lot of Zeke, and he comes down and spends time with me, and just, he'll come down and say, hey, you need me to do anything? And some days he just comes and gets our garbage can and takes it to the road. He'll come knock on the door and say, hey, do you have any garbage that needs to go in the garbage can? And he'll get it and take our garbage can out to the road, and then the next day after the garbage people runs, he'll just ride his bike down here and grab my garbage can and pull it back up by the house. So he is such a blessing to us, and we are so thankful for that kid. We do pay him, and he says, you pay me too much. And I'm like, well, it's because I appreciate you. That's how much I appreciate you. And so we pay him for coming and helping us and doing things, and I know he loves the money. But he says, you don't have to pay me. I would come and do it anyway. And I do believe him, but I would not let him come and do that without paying him. So we're more than happy to pay him. But anyway, guys, yeah, I just wanted to, let you guys know what's been going on, and that I had my Rituxan Infusion and how that was going. And yeah, Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I was going to tell another part of this video, but I think this is getting kind of longish, so I'm going to break this off and make it a separate video about living with chronic illness and pain. So anyway, guys, I'm glad you stopped by to visit and just listen to me chat for a minute while you worked on a project or whatever. Sissy just jumped up here. But I'm going to let you guys get going, and I will see you in the next video. I'll probably have on the same shirt. I'm going to record that right after this. And, yeah. Thanks, guys. I will see you all again very soon. Bye, friends. Remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet, and I am going to get back to crocheting. I just had a lot of weakness. And when you feel so weak, like, when your shoulders and arms are just so weak, it's hard to crochet and do things like that, you know. But I want to be creative, so I'm kind of doing some other things, and I have recorded some of those, but then I'm like, I don't know if they want to see me do that or not. You know, I did that video of those deer heads, and some people liked them, some people didn't. It's okay. We don't all have to like the same thing. It's perfectly fine. But I have a couple more videos where I've just done a few little artsy craftsy type things. And then I never know, like, do people really want to see that or not? I don't know. But anyway, I might end up, I'll wait and see what you all say. I might end up adding those videos in, or I might not. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later, friends. Bye.